From Lady Gaga spending $50,000 on an electromagnetic ghost detector, to Nicolas Cage outbidding Leonardo Dicaprio for a dinosaur skull, this is stupidly expensive things Hollywood legends own. Daniel Radcliffe, who is worth a whopping $120 million for his role as Harry Potter, once bought a mattress for $17,000 when he was just 22 years old. Most people at that age are spending less money on rent, but then again, for a guy who was worth $500,000 at age 11, he's actually being quite humble. Next up, we have Jennifer Aniston, who is well known for her looks, and it doesn't quite come cheap, as it is reported that Jennifer Aniston spends over $140,000 on beauty products annually. Most of this money is being spent on eyebrow shaping appointments, private yoga sessions, and pre-made dietitian-approved meals so she can stay in the best shape of her life. And hey, it seems to be working pretty well as she looks pretty good for 53. Nicolas Cage once put his friendship with Leonardo Dicaprio at risk when challenged and outbid him for a real-life dinosaur skull. The face-off actor dropped a whopping $276,000 on the Tyrannosaurus skull.
What?
That's more than most people's lifelong savings. Brad Pitt is one of the most successful actors of all time, from starring in films such as Fight Club, Seven, and Inglourious Basterds.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
So it wouldn't come as a surprise to find out his net worth comes at a huge $357 million. And with that amount of money, you can pretty much do whatever you damn like, which is why Brad Pitt spent $960,000 on a painting by German artist Neo Rauch. That's like spending a house just for colors on a canvas. That is insane. Next up, we have Nicolas Cage again, who is well known for his ridiculous spending habits, and one of the craziest purchases Mr. Cage has made in his lifetime is dropping $2.1 million on a comic book collection. As a comic book fan myself, I can't really blame him, because if I had his kind of money, I'd most definitely do the same. This next one is by far the most insane, because I've heard of purchasing private islands, beaches, or mansions, but never this. Kim Basinger, who is known for her roles in LA Confidential and Batman, spent $20 million to buy a town. Yes, Kim Basinger bought a whole town. The town is in Georgia and is called Braselton. Kim said she saw the town as an investment, as she had big plans for Braselton. She was planning on putting some kind of attraction on the land, but that never quite came to fruition. What is weird is that her Google net worth is only $20 million, so I'd like to hope Google either has it wrong, otherwise that probably wasn't the best investment. Now, as I mentioned before, Leonardo DiCaprio missed out on purchasing a dinosaur skull due to Nicolas Cage outbidding him, but he didn't let that stop him as he went out and bought another dinosaur skull for $276,000. The skull is 67 million years old and definitely wouldn't be something I'd want in my house, but seeing as DiCaprio is infatuated with nature and the planet, it makes sense. Sort of. Mike Tyson's horrible spending habits have been very well documented, as he's gone broke more than a few times. However, that still hasn't wavered his desire for the finer things in life, one being a gold-plated bathtub for $2 million. Personally, I don't quite see the point here, because a bathtub is just a bathtub, right? Last but not least, we have Mr. Cage again, as he dropped $3 million on a private island in the Bahamas. The island is called Leaf Cay and isn't too far from Johnny Depp's private island located in the Bahamas as well. Is it just me, or are private islands kind of pointless? Because what do you do when you're all alone on an island? Wouldn't that just be boring? And if you don't want to be alone, would you have to pay for all the staff on the island too? I mean, personally, I just don't really see it, but hey, it's his money and he can do whatever he wants. So that wraps up stupidly expensive things bought by Hollywood actors. If you want to see more of this kind of fun, uneducational content, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all on my next video.